Hi friends, I wanted to share with you a little bit about how we access what we're doing each week in art because I feel like there was a little bit of confusion today, and also how to upload all of our assignments. So when you go to your art module, you're going to see your home screen looks like this. I'm going to go into student view so you guys can see what I can see. Or I can see what you can see. All right, so this is our home page. This is your link for your Zoom. This is where you can contact me if you need to call me. Here is our YouTube page, which has a lot of our videos on it, including this one. And if you scroll through, it's going to tell you what we're doing each week. So this was week 1. This was week 2. We learned about line, and we started our realism, abstract, and non-objective art project. So we drew that landscape together. That was week 2. Week 3, we started our abstract drawing on our project. So we had completed our realism section, then we started our abstract, and then our non-objective section. And that was the week that we explored most of those finished kind of ideas. Week 4 was when I was out sick. That was last week. And we completed our non-objective section from week 2 and 3. And then we're submitting our final project. I know there was some confusion about where we submit that. So it actually tells you right here on this home page. It says line module, page 23 of 23. So if I was absent or I don't know how to access information, this is where I would find that. So it's going to tell you everything that you need to know. So we're going to go to line module, page 23 of page 23. So if I look over here, I can find, oh, there it is, modules. So I'm going to click on modules. We're going to scroll all the way down to line. And you could actually click on if you needed a little bit of a refresher and you're thinking, I really don't remember what non-objective meant. You can actually scroll through these pages and it will show you those things. So these were all the things that we talked about together as a shared screen. And we talked about art as being utilitarian, and we interviewed an artist. That was Jennifer Lynn. And we will scroll through. So that was when we met a local artist, if you guys remember that. If you click the next page, it will advance you through. These were kind of prompts that we did. These are things that we should really already know about our behavior in an art museum. We don't touch the things that we see in the museum. You guys know that. And then here we started exploring the different types of landscapes. So we talked about realism, how realism is something that looks real in real life. Abstract is something that is based in reality, but then is very uncommon or becomes fake or altered. And then the third type of landscape we discussed was non-objective. So non-objective is not based in reality in any way. So there is nothing real about it. It's actually just kind of nothing. So you can actually enhance your learning and your knowledge by scrolling through some of these things. For example, you could say, this landscape looks realistic. This landscape looks abstract. Then you could practice drawing a landscape. So we actually practiced this together. So we drew a landscape as practice together. And then here's the project that we started. So we divided our page into 2 lines. So we made 3 sections. 1, 2, 3. And in each section, we're going to make those things look real, abstract, and non-objective. And if you scroll down, if you wanted to start all over, which you can do, but I don't recommend, you can actually download this sheet if you want, print it out, and draw right on top of that. So you could download it, and here's that template right here, if you wanted to use it. You don't have to use it, okay? And it's going to tell you step by step what you're doing. So step 1, here's your instructions. Step 2, there's your instructions. Step 3, okay? And then we're moving on. It's going to show you examples of abstract, which is an example here. Again, this is another example of an abstract landscape. And then here's a great example. So this was realistic, abstract, realistic, abstract. And it shows you tips and tricks, how you can do those things. And then here we are, this would have been week 3 that we worked on this. Now we're drawing our abstract version. And if you zoom in, you can actually see, how does this side look different than this side? Well, we could see our clouds became pointy, our mountains became wiggly, and our water became jagged, and it's also not the color of water. So you can see how your types of lines and then also the types of colors you use can change something from being real to abstract. And as you scroll through, it's going to tell you your last and final part, which is what we would have done in week 4, which is understanding non-objective art. And they're going to give you examples of what that might look like. So this is, I'm not going to scroll through that, but you're going to see some examples of that. So here's a great example. This is a realistic landscape. It looks real. The people are real. The scenery is real. This is non-objective. So this does not look like a landscape. It does not look like anything really. It's just basic lines, dots, and colors, okay? And that brings us to our final section of our project, which is that now we have completed our area of non-objective. So this looks like nothing, correct? This does not look like a landscape. This does not look like a mountain at all. It does not look like trees or clouds. So it's totally changed in shape. It's totally changed in color. So now that you've completed that whole assignment, it's going to, again, give you steps, step by step, all these things right here. And then you're going to keep scrolling through. It's going to give you a review. And then the final part, which is that you'll receive feedback. So for this activity, you will add the principle of design known as emphasis to your realism abstract non-objective landscape. You will also ask for and receive feedback on your landscape. Then you will implement at least one piece of the feedback you receive. So for example, let's say you submitted your project and I said, and I gave you some feedback on it and you made some corrections and then you resubmitted it. That would count. Now you're going to scroll all the way down. You're going to hit next. And you will see this page that says submit assignment. You're going to take a picture of your assignment, whether that is a file upload, whether it is a picture that you took with a camera on your desktop. It's however you want to upload that picture. You're going to go ahead and hit submit. You're going to choose file. And you're going to pick your picture, okay? Once you pick the image, you hit submit, and you are done. And then I will give you feedback on it, and then you're all set. So if you guys have questions about that, I'm happy to answer them. You can send me a message on Dojo, or you can send me a message on My Learning.